Emily Spiegel here, bringing you my Girlfriend's Guru podcast, Talk, Travel, Transformation. If you peel back a butterfly's wings for them, they cannot fly on their own. I will be that person here next to you, guiding you through your caterpillar stage, to your cocoon stage, and finally to your butterfly stage, where you can be inspired and find your wings and fly. It has been my heart's deepest desire to curate my transformational experiences for all my wonderful girlfriends, because when I find something I love, the thing I love even more is sharing it with another girlfriend. Happy summer, girlfriends. I hope everyone has been able to tap into some summer ease and joy. But if life is still kind of weighing you down, today I want to share with you an excellent tool to keep stress at bay, fight fatigue, feelings of fear, loneliness, along with many other conditions related to lack of balance and harmony in our body, so that you can live more fully in a balanced, healthy, and happy way. In my last podcast, we explored the need to tap into a deeper sense of relaxation and inner silence, bringing in peace and well-being. If you didn't have the opportunity to experience my Waves of Tranquility meditation, make sure you go back to episode 22 after this podcast. But don't worry, keep listening. We're going to experience guided meditation again here today as we continue to unpack how we can use the tool of guided meditations as a resource for reducing sensory overload. Let's face it, it's been a little bit difficult to relax, especially as we are being constantly bombarded by external sensory stimulus in all its various forms, from digital devices to fear of COVID, social distancing. Are you standing too close? Is that other person standing too close to you? Hey, did that person just regular cough or COVID cough? And if they had a cough, why aren't they wearing a mask? We know what we're talking about. I know we all agree it's been kind of exhausting lately. I also want you to keep in mind that sensory overload can also be internal. It's what I'm talking about. It's in the form of those stories that we have in a constant loop in our head. You know what I'm talking about, girlfriends. The spinning hamster wheel of your mind. When we're constantly rewinding and we're thinking about something that happened in the past. Are you finding yourself constantly hitting the replay button? It could be an earlier conversation that day, or you might even be thinking about something that happened well over a year ago. Do you find yourself indexing through a myriad of accumulated memories? The internal struggle in the form of thoughts and feelings created in our mind's eye puts us in a vicious loop of worry and anxiety. Today's tool for transformation is simple. We will be using mudra. Mudra is just a fancy yoga's way of saying hand gesture. But by using a simple hand gesture and along with a guided meditation, we have the ability to draw our senses inward, which naturally reduces the amount of sensory stimulus, thereby creating a space in which things can be processed and released. The name of this hand gesture or mudra is Karma Mudra. It's excellent for calming the senses and releasing and reducing sensory overload. Karma means turtle, and this hand mudra evokes several of the turtle's most beautiful qualities that cultivate restoration and healing. The turtle is a master of conserving energy with one of the longest lifespans in the animal kingdom. This longevity is partly due to its slow breathing. Turtle hand mudra cultivates the same long, slow breathing that we can tap into when we're feeling overwhelmed or need to conserve our energy. In today's guided meditation, let's bring our senses inward to be restored completely. By inviting the healing energy of going inward, the turtle draws into its shell both for safety and for restoration. This hand mudra produces a similar effect by naturally drawing all of our 5 senses inward. Girlfriends, this is so incredibly restorative and healing. I am so delighted to share with you today this hand mudra, and I know it's going to have a positive effect on your nervous system and the health of all of your brain functions. So, I am going to verbally cue you through the placement of your hands, but if you need further support by looking at a photo, just go to one of my social media platforms at girlfriendsguru.com. You can go to my website, Facebook, or Instagram. I'll be sure to post a picture of Kurma Mudra, and maybe I'll even post a YouTube video as well. But I know you guys are good listeners, so let's give it a try. Let's begin. Kurma Mudra, gesture of the tortoise for restoring all 5 senses. Begin with the right hand with the palm flipped up. We will start with the ring and pinky finger. Curl your middle and ring finger of the right hand into the palm. Take your right hand and flip it so the palm is down and place it into the upturned palm of your left hand. Place the extended right thumb on the middle of your left wrist. Join the pad of the right index finger to the pad of your left thumb. Join the pad of the right little finger to the pad of the left index finger. Now, simply wrap the middle finger and little fingers of the left hand around the edges of your right hand. Rest the wrist below the navel or onto your lap with your shoulders relaxed and your spine naturally aligned. As you hold Tortoise Hand Mudra, take several natural breaths to attune to all the feelings and all the sensations invoked by this hand gesture. Notice how your breath is gently directed into the region of your pelvis and the base of your body. Witness as your breath becomes smooth and deep, allowing you to relax completely. And as you relax more deeply, you invite each of your 5 senses to turn inward naturally. Imagine yourself entering an inner sanctuary of restoration and healing, taking a deep breath in and a full and deep breath out. Begin inviting your nose and your sinus passages to relax deeply. Take several deep breaths to allow the sense of smell to be restored completely. Now, soften your throat, your tongue, your mouth, your jaw. This softening invites your sense of taste to enter into your sanctuary of restoration and healing. Taking deep breath in, begin to savor the nourishment of your entire inner being. Your sense of sight now turns inward. Continue to take several deep breaths to allow your eyes to be bathed in a timeless space. These deep breath in and deep breath out nourish, heal, and restore them completely. Now your sense of touch enters your sanctuary, and by taking several deep breaths, we sense the nourishment of our own inner being. In this space, we feel completely enveloped with the healing energy. Lastly, I invite you to take your sense of hearing and turn it inward. And as you take several breaths, soften your outer and inner ears. You begin to rest completely into silence of your inner sanctuary. And with each inhalation and with each deep exhalation, all of your senses rest deeply. Within your inner sanctuary, your thoughts become slower, lighter, and more serene, thus allowing all the dimensions of your being to be restored and healed completely. To affirm your inner healing, Repeat the following phrase silently in your mind's eye. Resting in my inner sanctuary, I experience complete restoration and healing. Let's repeat it 2 more times. Resting in my inner sanctuary, I experience restoration and healing. Resting in my inner sanctuary, I experience restoration and healing. Slowly release your hand gesture and take a few moments to take a few breaths and just allow your senses to completely reset from the effects of the hand mudra. And when you're ready, flutter open your eyes, returning gently and slowly, feeling the sense of complete restoration and experiencing calm and peace. In this new grounded place, girlfriends, we can release the weight of the past and the expectations of the future, thus allowing us to live more fully in the present moment. I just love subtle body energy work, and after I do this guided meditation, I feel so open in my heart space, and I feel complete balance in my first and second chakra. For me, I feel completely grounded and centered in safety, and this is just such a yummy self-care practice of self-nourishment. So simply just do this hand mudra to tap into an instant reset. Self-care practices do not need to be timely or costly to be effective. And you know me, I love it at the scientific level. There are many benefits to this meditation. This meditation reduces the heart rate and blood pressure. Did you notice how the gesture lengthened the pauses between the breath? And this optimizes the absorption of oxygen and nutrients, which further enhances your restoration. These lengthened pauses also instill a sense of inner silence and allows us to attune to our own serenity of our truest being. You know me, I'm always about the science and the brain and the vagus nerve. And I think I've said this before in the Sound Healing podcast, but if not, it's worth repeating. The brain and the vagus nerve connect via the articular vaga branch, which stimulates the nerves of the ear canal and creates an inner atmosphere. So it begins in the ear, where the nervous system interacts with outside noises in relaxing, or in some cases, not so relaxing ways. And you can go back to that podcast, but there's been much research done that links noise pollution with our digestive spasms. So, I'll just say here, if you're listening to a jackhammer or somebody aggressively talking or news reports where people are kind of yelling and barking, it stimulates the vagus nervous system. And meanwhile, calm and nature sounds and relaxing music and guided meditation decrease inner tension. It sounds so simple, right? But we can use these meditation practices to visualize the softening of the inner ear in and around the inner ear canal, and they're all extremely and highly effective. So if you want to explore sound healing a little bit further, I unpack that all in episode 21, The Secrets of Sound Healing. Girlfriends, today was number 2 in my 4-part guided meditation series. If you haven't listened to episode 22, go back now to experience the art of deep relaxation. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and share this podcast with your girlfriends, because next time we're going to continue our journey by learning to let go and learn how to use meditation to develop positive attitudes. I believe that we're shards of glass broken from the same vessel. It is in looking at our own pieces of shattered glass that we seek to unify these pieces and recognize that same light in others. Let's use the awareness and energy we just created to break through the old. I am here to support you. You know where to find me, girlfriendsguru.com, but regardless of the actions that you choose to take, the essential element will always be the internal gesture of choosing to remain in love. It's all that's needed. Until next time, love and light to you all. Namaste, girlfriends. Thank you for listening. I hope today's episode has filled you with love and light. It is always my goal of every podcast to touch your heart and help you transform in some way. And if you are like me, when you find something you love, the thing you love even more is sharing it with another girlfriend. To follow and download this podcast, go to girlfriendsguru.com as well as iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Join the Girlfriends Guru game by subscribing to my website, girlfriendsguru.com. You'll automatically receive not only my latest podcast, but free yoga and meditation videos delivered right to your inbox. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram at Girlfriends Guru. The light in me sees and honors the light lit within you. Together, let's find our wings and fly. Namaste, girlfriends.